Hi, my name is TauVaughn Toney. I'm a sophomore business management major at Howard University, and I attended the African American Studies program at the Ohio State University Extension Center in the years 2010 and 2011. So I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. I'm actually a graduate of Gahanna-Lincoln High School, and coming from Gahanna-Lincoln High School, you don't really learn about everything that involves African American history. So coming to the camp was a great way for me to learn about African American history. So I was able to attend the program because of a scholarship that was given to me to help my parents pay for the time that I would be at the program. It was very helpful, and I'm very grateful for the scholarship because without it, I don't know if I would have been able to learn all of the things that I learned in the time that I was at the program. What I enjoyed about the program was that it covered wide ranges of things that affected Black Americans throughout the years since the beginning of America. I remember in the 2010 program, we studied Black Americans during the American Revolution back in like the 1700s and 1600s. We learned about Crispus Attucks, who was the first casualty of the American Revolution. He was the first man that was shot in the American Revolution, and he was a Black man. We also learned about Phillis Wheatley, who was was the first published African American poet in America. In 2011, we covered a totally different topic, which was hip hop and the images that it portrays of African Americans and how it affects the African American community, especially dealing with women and misogyny and the ways that women are portrayed in hip hop. And so we kind of deconstructed the images, or we learned to analyze the music that we listened to and the music videos that we watched, and learned to deconstruct the images that were being portrayed of women and men in these videos and songs, not just in hip hop, but mainly in hip hop. The main part that I enjoyed about coming to the Extension Center program was being able to stay on Ohio State's campus and learn how college life was, and being able to talk to graduate students who are like our RAs or our resident assistants. And to this day, I still keep in contact with them via Facebook and emails and texting and calling. So the residential part of the program, where you stay on campus and stay in the dorms, it prepares you a lot for staying in dorms in actual college and getting to know people and living with people. I know me, I'm an only child, so I wasn't used to living with other people and having to share space. So it was a very good experience to help me mature in that aspect, and prepared me a lot for going to college and living with other people and getting to know other people and how they live, and how everybody doesn't live the same way you do and doesn't have the same habits. So it was a great experience in that aspect, even though at the time it might not have been as great, but in the long run, it's a great learning experience. I think that any student, whether Black, white, Hispanic, I think this is a great program for anybody to attend, to learn more about not just African American heritage, but American heritage and American history, and how African Americans have played an important role in every aspect of this country. I also think that it's a great program in that it prepares you for college life, and so you won't be shocked when you get to college finally. It prepares you for the workload, and because there is a lot of work that goes on during the week or two that you're here. You're doing papers and all kinds of college-like work, and living on campus and living with new people and getting to know new people. So it's a great program for just enrichment all the way around, from your heritage to college life.